You have.
My name is Teddy.
Why do you have a teddy, my darling?
Because I was going to give it to Gizmo.
All right.
And he knows that this is going to be his new toy, so he's here staring at me. No, don't give me the dog, no. But yes, that's what's happening. Teddy could paint. Teddy could probably make a better deal with this dragon than I am. Should we give Teddy the paintbrush? Oh, painting. I'm painting.
What paintbrush is this?
What?
Not Teddy.
It's just the one out of the bag.
All right.
It's like a horror. It is. So I'm just going to move this camera. So all be prepared for camera moving. Ooh, ooh, as I show you the anticipation in Gizzy Boo's eyes and my legs. Where is he? Where is he? You can't see him. It's too dark. Where's the puppy dog? Where's the puppy dog? There's the puppy dog. Hey, Gizzy Boo. Do you want this new toy?
There.
You want to sit down? Sit. Good boy. Do you want this new toy? Do you? Go on then. Say bye, Teddy. never to be seen again. I think he wants to get under. He wants to take it under to his bed. Gizzy Boo.
You going under here, mate?
Yeah. That's it. Under there now. Oh, back out again. So exciting. There we go.
Yep.
He's got his new toy now. I can put this back over here now. Yeah, Nathan's doing Gene Stealer cuts and Teddy being given to a dog. That's right, but only for a couple of seconds.
That's it. So yes, I'm going to be painting some more of these guys this evening. Try and get a little bit more interesting stuff done this evening. So a bit of orange to begin with, and then we're going to get on to doing some purple for the armour sections.
Hey Pete!
And what are you doing, my dear?
Well, apart from showing everyone the dog, you're not in camera, you need to go to my to tell you that. I was going to poke at this dragon, but really I don't. I think Koronico's needs to give me some hints and tips because I've got no idea what I'm doing with it. It is. It's from Blacklist, and so it looks like this so far, but I'm really not knowing what I'm doing if I'm honest.
I think it looks really cool. I think you've done a great job so far.
It's yeah, but I don't know what to do with it. So I was just gonna paint his eyes in and make it look like it's got some eyes, and it might give me some inspiration. That's what I was gonna do, and then the dog realised that I was gonna give him a toy. So that's what happened there. We're not organised. Tuesdays we're never organised on a Tuesday, are we?
No.
You'll have to let us know if the music's too loud, because I switched the Christmas music off to put the normal music on. So you'll have to let me know if it's too loud. I came back to the PC, listening from the kitchen while I sought tea to type something, but I can't remember what I was going to type, said Wicked Tea.
That's no.
Oh, have you got this one, Tony? Is this the dragon that you've got? You need a contrasting colour, dark red or dark purple. I don't know where to put it though. I don't know if to do something more in the wings, something different. I'm just not very good. That's all there is to it. Music's fine, good.
Excellent.
And what are you doing over there?
I'm painting my Gene Stealer cult guys. So with orange for their trousers and jacket sleeves, and then we're gonna do like the armory chunks.
Armory chunks.
Armory chunks.
That's how we all describe our armour.
Yeah.
Armory chunks.
Yeah.
Is that how the people on that programme you made me watch yesterday describe stuff? What was that?
Oh, so yeah, Blood Origins, The Witcher Blood Origin. I enjoyed it so much. I had a little snooze.
You did. But but that's not really saying anything though, is it? Because you fall asleep all the time. What are we doing?
Maybe I should go to the doctors and see if I've got narcolepsy or something.
I think you just need some sleep, like, you know, to go to bed and not at 2 o'clock in the morning and wake for 6 every day.
Yeah. Well, I did suggest, didn't I? I did suggest at one point after the first episode had finished that it was bedtime, but little Miss was having a restless night, so we stayed up and elected to watch another episode, which I fell asleep through.
That's fine.
So I can't really remember what happened in the second episode.
Well, no, you had your eyes shut.
Well, it was either second or third.
It was the second episode, and you had your eyes closed, which is why you can't remember what happened.
Yeah. I remember
Because you could only see black.
Yeah, I remember the Swordmaster lady.
Oh, don't eat your eyes, mate. Good boy. Good boy.
Remember that bit. I think that actress has been in
Teddy's lost its eyes now, everyone.
a few other programs. I can't remember her name. She's got a.
I don't know.
She's got a lot. She's got a name. She has got a name.
Well, that's always handy for people.
She's got a list of things that she's been in. She's been in all of other stuff, and I can't remember.
Any of them.
Like Agents of Shield, I think she was in that.
Right. This one's Blacklist miniatures. Coronico. I got 2 Blacklist boxes from Santa last year. Well, the label said Santa, and I strangely familiar and spidery handwriting. Yes, that's right. The mini stretch goal box thingy. Because we put some Blacklist miniatures in our advent calendars this year.
We did.
Well, this big boy obviously wouldn't fit in, and also equally wouldn't have been very fair for somebody to open door 1 and get some dice, and somebody else to open door 1 and get this. So we took the big ones out.
We did. I've had a very generous customer bring us a box of stuff today. I haven't told you this.
No, I haven't seen you. I don't see him on a Tuesday. He literally walks in and we have to sit down and stream.
Yeah. So a very generous customer today brought us a whole box full of N-gauge train tracks because he'd heard us talking about doing a new layout for the window.
Which is true. We are thinking about that.
So he's brought us a box of track with some points and an engine, which is like really cool, and some buildings to represent Gothland, apparently. So we need to do a little bit of research on that front, and then maybe we can start on our new layout that we're going to do.
Projects that we're contemplating now.
Yeah, and this afternoon I had a few minutes, so I got the stack of kits together. I didn't bring them home because I didn't have time to find something waterproof to put them in because it was absolutely chucking it down. But I've got the pile of kits together for our other project. However, I couldn't get in the stock room where some of the pre-built stuff that I was going to add to it, the pile, to get at that. So I need to.
Why couldn't you get in the stock room?
Because the lock is broken on the door.
Oh, is it still?
Yeah, the stupid keypad lock thing. So when we go to that place that we're going to in the morning, on the industrial estate, we need to go and get a lock.
Wowzers.
From Screwfix.
Loads of stuff, yeah. Because if we can't get in the stock room to get stock out, that might be a slight problem.
Yeah, and then I might have to, depending on if it actually works for me tomorrow, I might have to break in and try and.
It works for me. I think you just need to be gentle.
Yeah.
I'll have to come with you tomorrow and get you in so you don't, because I know you're breaking in. You need a new door as well. Wickedy says, I've decided that Mrs. MLG is a bad influence on me. Never.
Why?
Last night she made me go on the website. Well, I did, yeah. And so much stale stuff just happened to fall into my basket. Think of all the money you've saved. Can't feed the kids for the rest of the month now. Ah, they don't need food. Just give them minis. Doodles loves minis anyway, so there you go, easy peasy. send them round to Grandma's for food. That's what we do. my dad can't eat fat. He can't have any fat at all. He's now just a skeleton. And Mum makes him a special cake with no fat in at all, just to make him feel like he's eating something. And Little Miss insists on eating it as well, so he always says he can't even have that because when she goes round, she eats his cake as well. Which obviously he doesn't begrudge her at all. But he's like, you can have whatever you want. What are you doing eating my cake? Well, that's why we've come round, Grandad, to eat. That's what you do, isn't it? So do you think I should do something in the wings then? Red or pink or something in there? Is that what you mean by contrasting? Where would you put your contrasting colour, Kronika? Where would you put it? Kronika's going to go all the places that you wouldn't. But there's so much awesomeness in the sale. That's what you need. Lord Virus was saying that they liked my video from this morning. It's all true.
Well, what video have you done this morning? I haven't seen it.
I did go look at the sale video.
Ah, right.
Kathy's mum can't eat fat either. It plays havoc. Yeah, because everything's got fat in it, Tony. That's what it is. My dad says that he can have cardboard and water, and that's all he's allowed.
Yeah. And even then, there's too much fat in the cardboard, really.
Yeah. Yeah, he's not allowed because he might die and stuff. So we do take it pretty seriously because we like him being around. So there's not a lot that he can have because everything's got fat in. So Mum tries to find recipes that he can't. But his birthday cake was very light and fluffy, wasn't it?
It was really nice.
It was like air. Had no stodge in it at all.
Yeah, it was awesome.
In the flappy sails, but use a wash so you don't get rid of an awesome detail. In these bits. I don't know. What wash would you use? I don't have much experience with washes, if I'm honest. I'm not a wash kind of a girl.
Don't know. What colour do you want to go for?
Well, people said like a contrasting colour, like a red or something.
Right.
He says it's a technical term. I'm fine. I'm down with that. That's fine. Don't probably too technical for me. So are you letting us in on the secret of what you've put in your basket then in the sale, Wicked D, or anyone else? Has anybody else got any awesome bargains from the Mighty Lancer Games?
I've had a look to see if there was anything I wanted.
You put the stuff in there.
I know.
Edward's Dead Easy with gluten free and a bit more awkward as an allergy to anything that lives in water. Oh, I don't like oak that lives in water, but that's fine. Do you have the purple army painter shade? I've got.
We should have some purple tone somewhere.
I've got whatever this is over here. It's done a runner. Where's it gone?
What you have to?
Oh no, I've got this.
Yeah, that one.
I've got this super shiny wash that makes everything super shiny. I've got that. So would you paint it red and then put this on? Is that what you'd do? I think Gizmo's destroyed his toe now, and he's done a runner. There's a bit here. That's what's left, and it's eyes. That's what's left of the bear. No, you can't have that bit.
He's back.
He's seen me pick it up. My awesome other half got me the big Reaper paint box. Yes, I saw that you put that in the Discord. That's pretty cool. All that lovely scrummy paint.
Oh, the.
Ugh, Worcestershire sauce, horrible. It's a good job that I'm not allergic to cheese. Otherwise, well, actually, if I wasn't, that might be quite good because then I'd be really skinny. Because that's all I eat.
Yeah, but if you're allergic to cheese, then you won't be able to have chocolate either. Because it's like basically the same, innit?
Proper skinny then, wouldn't I?
I don't know.
It'd be like that time that I got ill. My boss said that I looked like I'd been rescued from some kind of camp. Because I was really skinny. Didn't last long. Thin it down 50-50 with water. Then slather it like this. Make it even more watery. Oh, okay. Slather it on the flappy. After I've painted them red. I'm going, come on, slowly, step by step, remember. It's the boy over there that knows how to paint. What have you got to tell us anyway? Because I'm just yaggering on like that.
Oh, well,
look at me being silly.
Told you about the train set things. We've got those.
That's really nice.
It's super exciting. So we've got those to have a look at. And
paint the red of the underbelly skin tone. Look at this. Tickly his underbelly.
I think we just go. Do we just go full on orange and purple?
You said orange. That's what you said.
Yeah. Full on purple.
It doesn't help that I can't really see. I have whinged about this before with the camera and the light and the monitor. I can't actually see him.
I don't know. This I think might be a case of
There's a wild Pokemon in chat, everybody.
I paint this one guy and then I go, I don't like it.
I'll have to find some red now then.
Yeah. What red are you gonna use?
Don't know.
Blobbed on the back of his head. Nothing new there.
It's a good job people don't come for the expert painting skills, isn't it?
It is. It is.
If you're here for the expert painting skills, I'm terribly sorry, but you've come to the wrong place. It's just us. Madam is still enjoying Dreamlight Valley. She's got Stitch now. She's very excited. Very excited that she's got Stitch. Stitch was one of the main characters that she really wanted. She doesn't watch many Disney films, so she doesn't know many of the characters. Nathan, wash it with Nuln oil, then re-layer it to give you contrast.
That's kind of
what he was gonna do.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah.
I didn't read that very well at all, did I?
Yeah, that's what I was planning.
It don't pick your camera. Don't want to pick it up at all. Really, it's not a happy bunny with your little tiny mouth.
Isn't it?
I think there's too much going on.
Yeah.
Mine looks like it's coming to
It's too bright.
eat you through the camera.
I think if I was ever going to paint any of these guys again, especially this guy, I would definitely leave the gun off and paint it separate.
Well, they're really old. Well, not really
Yeah.
old, but they're fairly old, aren't they?
Yeah, they're a bit of a rescue. I painted like this is from the previous shop. We had
Which
killed him. Prince Street.
Oh, right, so not super old then.
No, like 2 or 3 years. Might be 3 years since we last did these guys.
It's not like when you first started.
Oh no.
How damaged is the Sons of Behemoth Battle Tome you have in the sale?
Not terribly. It's got a bit of a dent on the corner, I
Pictures,
think.
weren't they?
Yeah, I think there should be a photo. But yeah, it should be just a bit of a dent on the corner.
Will it be in bargains?
I think it'll be in bargains. I think it'll be in
That's not there
bargains.
anymore, so I don't know what you've
Isn't
done
it?
with that. Don't know what you've done with that.
If you click on sale,
Oh, have you stuck it in there?
yeah, it might be under there.
Oh, you stopped painting as well as me stop painting.
Oh,
Stop looking.
Yeah, there, bargains. Look there.
What is it? Sons of
Sons of Behemoth.
What's it, Majiggy?
Sons of Behemoth.
No, you won't put any other pictures in. You normally put pictures in.
Yeah.
Well, that's no good, is it?
No.
This copy has a dent in the top right corner. Fortunately, the book is a hardcover which has protected the internal pages from any serious damage. The book is in a usable condition and is otherwise sealed in its original film wrap. There you go.
Yeah. So it's
If that helps at all.
yeah, not a lot then. If it's still in the cellophane, it can't be that bad.
But you did. Have you seen it?
I will have, yeah.
It's just whether you can remember.
Yeah, I will have. I don't think it was bad. I think it's been dropped at some point. And it's just taken a dent on the corner. But we wouldn't want to sell it in a as new condition if it was damaged. So I picked for an order today a couple of things from our damage section, and when I picked them up, I thought, is this in the wrong place? Because this doesn't look very damaged. And it was only when I inspected it to have a really good look that I realised that it was the corners that were damaged.
I can't see what you're doing.
No, sorry, it's very hard. I've positioned the camera in a bit of a rubbish place for what's comfortable. Is that better?
Tony says, "Did I hear something about Sons of Beer Mats?" Yeah, it's a new game that's coming out, Tony. We're all collecting beer mats from local pubs, and then we're going to throw them at each other and see which son can catch them. Does that sound fun? I was going to say something then, but I should maybe say it not on stream.
Okay.
I was going to say, I think it'd be a really good idea if we did this, but it would be involving you doing something in the shop.
Okay.
And you'd be like, no, I don't have time for that.
Ask me later.
I'll probably forget. Sounds like a game I used to play. Yeah, my friends used to like to acquire the glasses from pubs. I never did such things, but some of my friends used to. Especially slightly more front-focusing friends who could sneak them down their cleavage and not be noticed.
Very, very, very polite way of putting it.
I am polite.
Yeah.
Yeah, polite. Right, red. What would go with that blue? No idea. I've got a really dark red, but that's a bit dark, isn't it? And then I've obviously got really bright red. I've got anything in between. That might be a bit too bright. I don't know. What's that? Well, there's no left in there, so that's not going to help, is it? What's that? What's that?
I don't know. I can't see it.
No. That's brown. That's quite dark as well.
Bright
Dark,
orange.
but a bit left. Do you have a giant army? Oh, Tony, do you have a giant army? Tony, I think Tony just has minis that he likes the look of. That looks good for the belly scales. I've got 3 paints in for you. How far behind are you? The dark one, probably. I painted one once. A lovely bunch. A different community had a whip round one year and brought me a mega garden. Yeah, they're cool. Them mega garden people, aren't they? Was that what you painted, or did I paint it?
You painted a normal gargant.
A normal one.
Yeah. Mega gargants are bigger. Bigger.
I don't know if that looks a bit brown. A bit brown. I'm gonna go with this one. See what happens. What's the worst that can happen? One mega garden away from 2,000.
Wow. It's Iron Jaws for me for Age of Sigmar. It's I've got a somewhere in the region of 2,000 points painted to a basic level that I'm happy with to get them on the tabletop. Gonna try and get a game in at some point in the not too distant future. I've planned my next 2 weeks Thursday evening gamings.
Oh, have you now?
Yeah, I've got a game of 40k planned against Cabane this week, and then next Thursday.
And what do you play for the 40k?
I'm going to be using Space Marines. We've decided that we're having a Space Marine versus Space Marine game, and then in the future I might have a go with my Tyranids. But yeah, Space Marines versus Space Marines, 1,000 points playing, and then next week is going to be we're going to play Bloodborne, the board game. Kirk's been dying to play it since he got it last year, so we've arranged that we're finally going to play that.
Oh, Lord Virus is talking. Oh. Did you just headbutt your light?
I did. Wouldn't run Kragnos? No. Two more crushers. Two more crushers. 9 gore grunters. And some brutes and some hard boys. I think was and characters obviously, but yeah, there's an argument for using Kragnos. I think if you look at the meta, which I generally don't. But it's a different strategy. I think the idea of using 2 Maw Crushers and the Boar Riders and the Brutes is to charge in and with a unit and kill all of your enemy in that combat, and then you can fight again. So and then you can use the abilities of your war bosses on the Maw Crushers to call the units to charge and fight, and then if you cause enough wounds, obviously, then you can just carry on, and you can fight and fight and fight, which is pretty cool. I'm not overly familiar with Kragnos' rules, so I don't know how that would work. But I think I have seen people with 1 Maw Crusher and Kragnos. I think the model's pretty cool, but I think that's it. Mighty Destroyers. That's it. Yeah, Mighty Destroyers, and the War Chanter's got some pretty good. They call them. Are they called beats or something? I've not looked at my book for a little while. It's fallen out my brain. He has different abilities he can use.
John the Templar is excited.
Oh.
So excited.
What are you excited for, John?
It's a guy. I don't know where Gizzy's gone.
No. You might have gone to go sit with Madam.
I don't know. Gets his toy. Leaves.
And then, so the next 2 weeks are sorted, and then hopefully I will have finished painting these guys for the week after that, and we can get some kill teaming.
Oh, you're just steady on there.
I know. Yeah, or I don't know. Perhaps a practice game of Necromunda. The boys I don't know if I mentioned it the other day. The boys are talking about playing Necromunda, and running some Necromunda starting in February.
Pete the Hydrator is sneaking about.
Yeah.
Sneaking around, Pete.
And they want to play the newer. I keep saying it's the new edition, but it's knocking on a bit now. It's been out a little while, 2016 or something like that.
Can't get under his belly because of the base.
Yeah, the newer edition of Necromunda they want to play, and I've only had a couple of games, and they've both been multiplayer games where we've kind of been like getting a feel for the rules, but I didn't overly enjoy those, so I want to play another game or two to see if I like it before I commit to joining a campaign. One of our regulars is gonna run the campaign, because you really need to, from what I understand, make it kind of like a narrative thing, and someone do a bit of admin to go along with it to make it a bit more story driven. In Necromunda, it's not like the old days where my friends and I used to just rock up at each other's houses with a gang and would randomly roll scenarios and stuff. It's I think you can do that, but it works better. Campaign with a games master style.
John the Templar is the best.
Narrator,
John the Templar is the best.
from what I'm told. I spoke to a customer about it this morning, actually. Necromunda. Was buying some Van Zars. I have Van Zars for Necromunda. Although I think he wants to, Jim wants to run it with vehicles, and the Van Zars haven't got any vehicles yet. I don't know how I would do that. Which is another reason why I want to play a couple of games and see whether I like it or not before we start. Know whether I need to get anything built and painted.
There's a wild Pokemon in chat.
I'm quite liking this purple against the orange. Lord Virus says he's got 2,000 points of Iron Jaws and 2,000 points of Cruel Boys. Yeah, well, I've heard that Kragnos can work quite well with the Cruel Boys, and also Savage Orcs. It pairs well with the Savage Orcs as well.
Poke-catch.
I think, what colour? So some of these guys have got coats on and stuff, and some of them have got like loiny cloth type things. I think, seeing as these orange and purple are both quite bright, I think I might do those black. Underneath, I don't know, black or a really dark grey, and then do the weapon casings black. I think that might work. I do need to have a look, actually. The Kill Team book. I haven't looked at the Kill Team book yet to see whether the weapons that these guys have got are actually make them a legal force. And do you need more than 10? I don't know. Does anybody in chat play Kill Team under the new rules? Can you tell me? Will 10 neophyte hybrids make a legit force under the new rules, or do I need more than 10 guys? I've left my compendium at the shop. Does anybody keep up with Games Workshop's rumours and stuff? So there was a preview for 40k models, and a lot of people think it's going to be Adeptus Arbites or Arbites, or however you want to pronounce it. I've always said Arbites, which are like the police of the 41st millennium. In the yeah, those guys, and because it's got a shield, so a lot of people think it's going to be an Arbites. I'm sure there's various leaks and stuff going around that's prompted these rumours as well. But if it's going to be set in the spaceships, like Shadow Vault and Into the Dark, I don't know how they're going to fit Arbites in there, because they're supposed to be like planetary defence. It's a bit weird. Well, not planetary defence, but planet-based cops. the Arbites. A bit like Judge Dredd. Be a bit weird for them to be delving into a spaceship. Unless they're going to make it, switch it over and make it like in a Hive City type scenario. But then, who would they have them facing? Maybe these guys, maybe some Gene Stealer cult. Or maybe it's not Arbites at all, maybe it's going to be an Inquisition warband. There's been a lot of talk about there being an Inquisition warband for Kill Team. Which would make sense if like you go by the Black Library books and literature. Inquisitors tend to pick up local law enforcement to add to their teams and what have you. We've got very good investigative skills and stuff.
Oh, Panda's crying.
Why? Why is Pando
Because
crying?
Panda's a big, silly sausage.
He's a big baby. Yeah. Throw him a bone.
I think Panda's like Gizmo. Oh, I'm not in bed for 3 seconds.
Yeah.
I've got to leave home. Mum said I can't have a third breakfast. Is that kind of what you meant, or have I done that really not how you meant?
That looks good to me.
Yeah, you always say that. There's no help with that.
Mm.
Nico got the first pokey thing of the year. Got the Pokemon. Wow, 2023. That's just silly.
Yep.
How did that happen? How are we in 2023 already?
I don't know. It's crazy.
I'm sure it's still 1998.
What's going on here?
I don't know.
No. I had a pen on the table beside me and I've almost flicked it onto the floor.
So
Nothing exciting.
Does it need red in the wings as well, or is that enough, do you think? If I put one in the wings as well, it might be a bit too much. Might be a bit too much in the wings as well. I need to put some Agrax or something on these claws, don't I? They're looking a bit bright. A bit bright. This is the only, these two are the only shades I ever use, you see. There's hardly a left in that one now.
What is it? 'Cause you can-
Agrax.
You could borrow mine.
I hardly ever use it. There's enough for whatever. Oh, what are these bits? I haven't done them bits, look. Where did they come from?
What have you missed?
Great big clawy efforts coming off its wings.
What you like?
I'm like me. What are you like?
Me.
Me.
What else did we watch last night? Or did we just watch the blood
Watch
thing?
that. You went up in the loft and you got the boxes down for the Christmas tree and things.
I did, yeah.
And then we watched that, whatever it was that you fell asleep.
Yeah. So you saw more of it than I did. What did you think?
Yeah, it was there. Existed. They're still gathering everybody up.
Yeah. It's like Magnificent Seven.
Slowly wandering around adding new people to their tribe. Because it tells you in the beginning that there's 7.
Yeah.
7? I want to say 7.
Yeah.
7. And that there's 7. So you know that they've got to gather them all up because there's not 7 when it starts. So it's kind of
Yeah.
already told you that there's going to be some wandering the hills looking for other people.
Yeah. Now then.
Oh yeah, let's paint it and then put your finger in it. That's a good How are you doing over there?
I'm alright. I'm just painting some purple. I haven't. Wicked D mentioned her order. I haven't picked Wicked D's order yet.
What are you messing
Well,
up?
alright. I haven't picked all of it yet. I've started, but I haven't finished because it's been
Starts off, isn't it?
it's been a bit busy. You know,
Well, did only do it last night.
there's lots of people who have taken advantage of our
Awesome sale.
incredibly cheap sale.
Yeah. What did Iron Hands say to you? Are you sure you weren't drinking while you did it? Because some of these prices are just a bit nuts.
Yeah. Well, some of them are a bit nuts, but
Oh, free hydrate? What are you messing up?
we want to give good value, don't we?
No, we want to pay the electric bill. We always give good value.
Well, yeah, that's true.
We always give as good a value as we can possibly give, which is why we eat rice and beans for tea. Because we want people to be enjoying the hobby
Yeah.
rather than us actually ever making it. But the blind bags seem to be going down all right. People are enjoying getting their mystery blind bags and miniatures.
Yeah.
From what I've seen on the old tinterwebs.
Excellent.
So that's good, 'cause that's a new thing that we're doing now.
Yeah.
Mystery blind bags.
I added some more inventory today. Just a few. It said that we didn't have as many as we actually did.
Yeah. But I mean, even if it says we've only got 5, I can just make some more.
Yeah.
Because they are just over there on my kitchen table.
Don't give away all our secrets.
Or I think everybody knows that we make everything ourselves. Battling Barrows definitely knows that I made the crackers myself because I was whinging about it. But we did just do the mystery bags and the crackers to see what people thought, didn't we?
We did.
And then people seem to like them, so then we will continue on.
Yeah. We're gonna do some mystery dice.
Are we?
Yeah, that's what we're gonna use the other one's size for.
There you go.
Yeah.
Heard it here first.
Mystery dice. So you will get a set of dice.
Yeah, it'd have to be a full RPG set, though, wouldn't it?
Yeah. It's gonna a full. You will get a full set of dice, but it will
Are
be.
they going to be
It will be a
compatible
mystery.
colours, or are they going to be a mixture?
No. I thought you'd get a full set of the same colour.
Right.
It's just it's going to be random. So you could get anything,
Any colour.
any colour, any style. Yeah.
Cool.
So for
And when am I making those?
when I bring you
Some dice.
some dice, so you can make them.
So that's something else we need on the kitchen table, isn't it? Some more stock.
Yeah. Well, it's not like you haven't got enough tasks already, is it? So I was waiting until you'd finished sorting all the magic cards.
Wow, that's going to be a very long time.
Yeah.
I've got
And,
some new stock to add tomorrow.
in between all the other jobs that we do, so I might have to wait till Thursday.
Yeah, might have to wait till this.
'Cause
But yeah, the magic cards are really not getting very far.
No, and we really need to crack on with that task.
As was pointed out by my mother when she came round on New Year's Day for tea and went, "What's in those boxes?" "It's magic cards, Mum." "Have you not done that yet?" I'm like, "No, Mum, I haven't done that yet."
That's why it was taking me so long to do it at the shop, you see, and you told me to bring them home because you could do them.
Oh, it's been Christmas. I haven't been doing them because it's been Christmas. And instead of sitting while you're watching telly and me sorting the magic cards out, I was having a hooky little miss instead.
Yeah.
So, nah. going to bed on time because we still can't see what you're painting. Plus it's not Christmas now, so no excuse for staying up late. Then
No.
you get some jobs done instead.
Yeah.
I did try to convince Lucky D that she should be doing some when she came round the other day, but she's not having none of it.
So a guest, you can't make guests.
Told her how much
work.
fun it was there. Hey Pete, you're agreeing, aren't you, Pete? Told her how much fun they are. They're all shiny and they've got pretty pictures on. It's just that there's so many of them.
How are we doing?
How are we doing? I
Yeah,
don't know, how are
yeah.
we doing?
Right.
So there's those bits that look like bone, right, which is why I painted them. And then there's just these bits that just to the end of the wings. I think if I paint theirs a bony colour too, that's going to look a bit silly, isn't it? But then that one kind of looks like that one. So maybe I should. Oh, dear. Dear. Whose idea was this? This is going to be, by the way, my entry for the Great MLG Push-Off, which theme for January is classic monsters. So that's what I'm doing.
Classic monster.
Classic monsters. I'm off to lurk mode. Tea is ready. See you soon. Yeah, but not later because it's Tuesday and you're not streaming, so don't be confusing me. I bet Wicked D's got something really nice for tea.
We had something nice for tea.
Well, we didn't.
I enjoyed it.
You enjoyed it because it was ready when you walked through the door. That's a different type of enjoyment. That's like, yay, food, just walk through the door, eat the food. Yeah, exactly, yeah, Veronica says everyone can be doing dragons for classic monsters. Exactly.
Yeah, I might.
All dragons.
I might pull my finger out and do a dragon,
Wow.
or one of the other many miniatures that I've
I'm
got.
going to say, I think that you probably won't have time. Well, yeah.
Don't know. We'll see.
Pink dragon, says Pete. Pink dragon.
You could do a pink dragon, Pete.
Yeah, you could do a pink dragon, Pete. That'd be cool. Why don't you do a pink dragon? Starby.
I painted a pink Maw Crusher.
You did paint a pink one. Have you ever used it in a game yet?
No.
Oh, for pity's sake, boy. No paints. The whirlipede was caught by John. I picked my mini. It's the old WizKids Gargantuan Red Dragon. One that looks all squished up in his box. Does it look all squished up?
Yeah, it does a little bit.
This isn't unblocking, it's being very silly. Tra-la-la-la-la. Oh, what did you all reckon to my Little Mrs. Hobby song? That was funny.
There's some more content that I've not seen.
You never watch any of the stuff that I do. It was what we were doing on TikTok, but we did a song to go in the background of the video.
All right.
Just for a laugh, and we used her hairbrush on the top of a metal lid for our instrument. Because, you know, that's what you do.
Why not?
Well, it's only TikTok, isn't it? It's not like we take it seriously. Do we take anything seriously?
Not that
Not
serious.
really.
It's not worth it.
Yeah, so we went, and Little Miss said to me, but I don't know the words. And I went, neither do I, let's just make it up as we go along. So we did. And I think you can probably tell that, to be fair. I lost the mini I got in the crack. How have you lost the mini you got in the crackers, Pete? What did you get? And how have you managed to lose it? It must be kicking around somewhere. Did it fly out
Craziness.
across the room or something. Whee! I've escaped the cracker! Yay! And then it like I've completely missed this side. And then it's free. It flew away when that's what I just said. Flew away. Well, it'll be in the house somewhere then, won't it? Do you even know what it was, or is it going to be a surprise when you find it? What are you doing?
I'm trying to angle my camera.
You have,
So
you have to warn people when you're going to take them on a fantasy ride with your camera.
Yeah, I'm trying to angle my camera so I can hold the mini somewhere that's actually comfortable to paint it, and it doesn't look like I'm just hiding in the bottom corner of the screen.
Oh, well, you know. Geez, you can.
Yeah. I need to relocate the arm, so that's a job for tomorrow. Daytime, isn't it?
How many jobs are you doing?
Well,
Lots of
going in the
jobs.
loft,
Lots of
doing fixing that door at the shop.
Yeah. Steady on. Don't give yourself too many jobs, none of them will get done.
Yeah.
Walk around barefoot with the lights off and you'll find it. That's right, John. Guarantee that one, isn't it? When you start looking for it as well, that's when you'll stand on it.
Yeah.
Just painted the desk. That bit there, look, splodge. Is this dry enough for this? Yeah. So then I put this wash on, yeah? Okay, we're going to have a go with this. With this, put some water in it.
Super. Do you want some water plus?
I was just going to put some water in it, but
Okay.
I've got this. What's this? I've got this.
What, your Lamy and medium?
Is that better?
Yeah, use some
Well,
of that.
let's use some of that. I don't even know what it is. But it's there. It's there on my desk. Where on me desk? Right there.
It should thin it without separating the paint particles so much.
That's right. Whereas water will separate the paint.
Yeah.
Look at me knowing stuff. Look at me remembering it was even there. Make sure it's shut. Oh, it's a very pretty colour now. Here we go. Here we go. Woo woo. It doesn't look like it's doing anything. Ah, silly paintbrush handle. Got that song in my head now.
You gonna sing it for us all?
Going click clippity clip on the stairs. That one.
I see.
Nobody wants to hear me sing, Jesus.
Yeah, we do. Has it come back to you who the person on The Masked Singer is?
No. We're watching The Masked Singer
It's been bugging me. I've been thinking about it today.
because it's just a bit of laughing, isn't it? And we recognise the voice of who do we think it is?
Wool.
Wool knitting. But then everybody is saying that it's Claire from Steps. I don't know.
No,
Claire from Steps.
no.
So it's probably not. We think it's a comedian and we recognise the voice, don't we? But we
Yeah.
can't think who we think it is. But everybody else thinks it's Claire from Steps, so we're probably completely wrong. I can hear a small person and a puppy dog. Hello, puppy dog. Are you alright? Hello, small person. Are you alright? Yeah? Ooh, they're eyeballs. They're off Gizmo's toy that I gave him from the stream. So obviously he spits out the eyeballs because that would be rubbish if he ate those. So I take them off him, don't I? What are you doing with them? Your dad's only got 5 minutes left. Is he going to tell us anything? Dad, I brought you my toy. The teddy is still in one piece, everybody. It's just
amazing.
It's just not got a head anymore. It's not got any eyes, and it's got a big hole in its head. But it's surprisingly still actually, apart from that, in one piece, because he left it to go and find Little Miss because he didn't want her to be on her own. So I'm still okay. Oh, I'm getting evils for taking it off him now. There you go, mate. Sit back. Come on, take it. Yeah.
So, what have we got to tell you?
I loved Masked Singer. So embarrassing, Sister Nika. We like it. We like it. It's all good.
Yeah.
We don't get embarrassed by the absolute rubbish that we enjoy watching.
It's just.
Oh, I've got 10 new Discord notifications. What are you all doing Discording me? You're all here. We're showing off giants. That's what's happening over on Discord.
It's a
Showing
giant off, eh?
Showing off giants.
Awesome.
Twitch just died on me. Oh no! Twitch died on Tony.
Uh-oh. What's this? Total Toy Nightmare. Oh, right, I understand the dog chewed teddy.
Dog chewed teddy. And I've got a new mention down. What's going on? Got new mentions all over the place. This is never going to dry. I'm never going to be able to turn this round again.
So, my plan is, as Lord Virus suggested earlier, so I'm going to get the orange and the purple done. I'm going to get the black done. I'm going to get some gunmetal and other colours on here, and then my plan is to do.
There's a plan?
Yeah, my plan is to do all of the orange and the purple and what have you with some Nuln Oil, possibly thinned a touch to make them look really grimy. In fact, I might even mix it, use a little bit of my Agrax Nuln Oil mix to make them look really grimy, like they've just come out of the mine or something, the depths of the hive. Make them look really disgustingly dirty, these guys, and then highlight them back up in a couple of key areas, make them look a little, like, pick out the brightness a touch, but make it really dark and grimy in the recesses. That's the plan. So that guy got plates on the back of his gloves. I missed that bit. And that guy. But then the skin. So I'm not going to do that on the skin. I'm going to make the skin, give the skin a little bit of a purple wash to it, to make their skin kind of like a purpley, bluey hue.
Look at me with my purple wash.
Yeah, check you out. Check you out. What's someone suggested a program that we could watch later. Yeah, I think it was a film of some description. I can't remember what it was now.
Oh, so that's gonna.
Oh, that Knives Out thing. That was it.
Oh,
the glass onion thing. The new Knives Out
Has
thing
anybody
with
seen it? Is
Daniel Craig.
Is Daniel Craig's accent not just really annoying all the way through the film, or is it okay? Because I've seen a couple of a couple of adverts for it, and I thought it might be quite cool, but then I don't know if I'm just going to get really annoyed with the way that he talks.
In the first one, it was a little bit annoying, wasn't it? It was putting on like a really heavy Southern American accent.
I can't remember the first. What happened in the first one? Kuniko loved it, but I loved the first one. Apparently, I've watched it.
You've watched the first one.
The film, Pete, or have I missed it? The comment? Yes, but what happened in the first one? Because obviously I can't remember.
So there was a murder, like a locked room murder, basically.
Right.
Where a guy who was dying wanted to change his will.
Is that not just Agatha Christie?
Yeah, it's that kind of thing, but it's like a little bit comedy and stuff.
Right, okay. Oh, well, we can give it a go if you want. That's not a problem. But are you going to be awake?
I will be awake. I will be awake.
So tomorrow, everybody, when he's fallen asleep and on the stream and I go, guess what, everyone, he fell asleep.
Yeah.
Or I'll say, guess what, everyone, he didn't fall asleep.
Yeah,
and then we can all cheer because it's New Year's miracle.
It'll be a guess what, everyone. He didn't fall asleep.
Oh, Pete says it's boring, so you might fall asleep.
We'll see. But the other thing is, because Madam is going to bed early, because it's...
She's not going to bed early, she's in bed on time.
Yeah, that's it, yeah. So it's school tomorrow, because she's going to bed on time, so we'll be able to start watching a programme before 9 p.m.
But I didn't know if you had to paint that thing that's on the table that has a deadline.
All right.
So that's, I'm leaving that entirely in your hands.
Right. Okay.
I suppose you could always paint it in there.
I could.
Then you could do the kill two birds with one stone malarkey.
Yeah. And then I wouldn't be able to fall asleep because I'd be sat up on an uncomfortable chair.
That's true. Yeah, you never fall asleep when you paint. Anyway, on that random conversation note.
That's it.
Yeah,
That's all there is.
That's the end of the stream. So thank you all very
Thanks
much
everyone for
joining our very
coming
random
along.
streams. We do get easily distracted, don't we?
We do.
We will see you tomorrow from 8 o'clock.
Yeah, back again tomorrow.
Who's back? Again tomorrow, and what are you painting tomorrow?
Tomorrow I'm gonna do some more on these guys. I think.
Oh, well, there's a surprise. Okay.
This is my New Year's restitution resolution. That New Year's resolution is try and finish things as I'm going along.
What?
One project at a
That's
time.
going to happen.
One project at a time.
Right then. See you
Yeah.
all.
Awesome. Thank you, everybody. Yeah. See you soon. Cheers. Bye.